Hello everybody, and welcome back to the range. Tom here, and today we're going to do an easy build today. We are going to start off with this Hot Wheels 52 Chevy Pickup. And I've always been a big fan of these older model Chevy Pickups, always have been, always will be. So why don't we go ahead and head down to the range, and let's see what we can come up with. You know, I've had this casting sitting around for a while, and it's just been kind of hanging up on my wall along with some other castings. And, you know, it's been a while since I've just done a standard, you know, basic paint job and wheel swap. And I wanted to do something different. And what I mean by different, I mean, like, I haven't done a wheel swap or a just random paint job lately. I've done more customs and stuff like this. These wheels I ended up getting from a 2-pack of a 37 or 32, I can't remember the year, but it was a pickup truck that came with a trailer. Well, I ended up having 2 of the trailer, so I just took the wheels off, you know, because I thought, you know, hey, I think I can put these good use, and what better casting to put it on than an older model pickup truck. You know, I really like how these looked on it. You know, I didn't do anything with the base. I just left it the standard chrome stock paint or whatever's on it, and I just kind of took the old axles out of the wheels and made my own new axles so it'll roll a little bit better. And, you know, I was really happy to do this build because, you know, I've been just trying to find something to do, something to keep me busy. And at the end of the video, before the final reveal, I have an announcement to make. And I put this out to Kuda's Custom Diecast, or Kuda's Diecast Customs. I can never remember. And Cole, I'm sorry, dude. I can never remember how yours goes. I know it's CDC, but I can never remember that right off the bat. But anywho, you know, we got that, and I, you know, got a few other announcements to make. Some future stuff coming up from my channel, and, you know, some other challenges, you know, stuff like that. But, you know, it was really simple build, pretty down and easy. You know, believe it or not, it took me less than a day to complete the build from the beginning to end. And at the beginning of the video, I already pre-drilled out the post before anything else, you know, just to have it ready to take part, just to see what these wheels would actually look like on this truck before I started. And I had maybe, and what's weird though, is normally I'll have, like, I think the minimum video footage I have was this build right here, and it was a total of like 40-something minutes total video footage. There was not a lot of off-camera stuff except for maybe taping, you know, the paint and stuff like that. You know, I don't paint on camera anymore because, you know, I don't know. It's just like, honestly, it's just, you know, it gets boring watching somebody paint the same thing over and over, different colors, you know, whatever they decide to do. But I really wanted, you know, to just make a classic style, classic colors, you know, kind of basic pickup truck. And, you know, don't worry, what I did was I put some glue on this Hot Wheels case that the Chevy came up with, and I just kind of took a toothpick, you know, as you can see here, and dabbed it inside the axles, or the axle holes for the wheels, because I didn't want the axles to come out. And they were a little smaller than the original axles, but they weren't that much smaller. But I wanted to make sure when I put the axles through on the base that they fit right, you know, and that they would roll and stuff. And that's kind of why I did the, I think it's a 0.32 wire that I used, that I got from Hobby Lobby, that I used for axles. I can't remember. I got a 0.39 and a 0.32, but can't remember which one it was. It's just I got a bunch of them, and because I like doing my own axle thing. And it's just fun doing that, honestly. I'd rather just use that instead of doing axle tubes, because I have never been that great at axle tubes. Eventually, I'm going to do a build that I got coming up. I have this way too fast build that I'm already doing, and I got some really, really nice engine pictures. I don't show them in the video, but if you keep track on my Instagram, you'll see them there. And I'm pretty much almost building an engine from scratch, except for certain portions of it. But man, I'm really liking how the engine was looking. And you see here, these wheels set this truck off. I really like how these wheels look on this truck. You know, whether I just kept up with the paint job that it had, which that never happens. I will never use the stock paint. Never will. And if you've actually seen some of my videos, I'm always putting different paints on. I'm never using the stock paint for anything. Even if I'm just doing like a barn find or something like that, I will literally strip it down and do it from scratch. Don't get me wrong, some of the paint schemes on the Hot Wheels are actually really nice. You know, I honestly like the Hot Wheels better than the Matchbox, and you know, some people have their own likes and dislikes, but I think the Hot Wheels are more detailed, they're more realistic looking. The Hot Wheels are actually smaller castings, because I had a Camaro casting of a Matchbox and I put it next to the same year Hot Wheels casting, and it's a little bit smaller and it's not as detailed, and that's what I really like about the Hot Wheels. This truck didn't come with an interior, so you don't have to worry about, you know, watching me paint an interior. And yeah, I'm doing the whole drilling the posts and tapping them and all that stuff after I'd already put it through the gun oil. And you know, it's just, I don't know. Some people don't do both posts on when it comes to a pickup because they're afraid they're going to drill all the way through. Me, I don't mind if I do, because I'll just find a way to kind of either I'll file down the end of the screw and make it to where it'll sit flat, or I'll put something over top like a tunnel cover or something, just something to hide the screw. Well, I didn't really have to do it with this one, because there's some times where, like, I don't have to worry about it. It does not go all the way through the bed or anything like that. But, you know, I was originally going to do a barn find shop truck, but as I was doing this, I kind of was like, I don't really feel like doing, you know, rust effects or anything like that. Maybe on another build later on. You know, it's been a while since I've done a Gaslands build, so I might end up doing one of those probably in the next couple weeks. I don't know yet. But, excuse me, don't mean to be yawning on the camera. But, you know, it's been a while since I've done a Gaslands. I've only done maybe about 3 or 4, well, maybe a little more Gaslands. I can't remember. But I do know the last Gaslands car that I built was the Gaslands the Wasteland Hauler. The one that was a prize for the JDC Pink Slips Invitational. And, you know, the guy that got it, I can't remember who was it. Who was the guy? I don't remember. But he messaged me and he was like, dude, he goes, I love them. He goes, the GTO is amazing. I love the Wasteland Hauler, just the detail on it. And compared to when I first started, I've actually really happy with how I improved on not just paint, but the ideas I come up with. And I know you guys like seeing my customs. I know you like seeing what I gotta do. And, you know, I'm going to be doing a custom build coming up, and I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet, but it's going to be just a pure one-off scratch custom. I'm probably going to do another junkyard style build where I'll just grab a bunch of pieces from my junk bin and just put together another awesome custom. And see, those are the kind of builds I like doing, those and mashups and, you know, that kind of thing. They're really fun to do. And I can't complain too much about them. But they're always fun to do. You know, in case you haven't already noticed, on my Instagram, there was a post that I was actually talking to Cole from Kudos Diecast Customs. I think I got it right that time for once. But I put the challenge out to him. And he made up the idea, he brought up the idea about making it an open challenge to anybody that wants to do it. And there's no prizes or anything like that. You know, it's just, you know, see what you can do. You know, see what kind of creativity you got. And it's pretty much, you know, a mashup build. And there's more information on it at the end of the video right before the reveal. And, you know, we'll kind of go over that. But when he brought up the fact about making it an open invite, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. Because I was originally thinking about just making the challenge towards him, just to kind of get him out there. Because there's a lot of people that mashups are outside their comfort zone, but not me. I will try anything. I will accept any challenge. Somebody throws a challenge out to me, you know, I will gladly accept it. You know, whether it's for a contest or whether, you know, it's for fun, I don't mind. But the paint scheme on this truck, yeah, like I said in my last video, I'm bouncing back and forth again. But it's just a basic white. You know, the color I was originally wanting to go with, you know, I just couldn't figure out what color was going to be the base first. But I was like, you know what? I'll just do the white. And the white was the hardest part to mask off because it had a lot of nicks and crannies. The bed, you kind of had an inset portion of it, so I had to kind of, it wasn't a flat side, so it wasn't that easy to maneuver around. I kind of had to use a toothpick here and there to kind of set it inside the grooves. But all in all, it came out fantastic. I really love how this truck turned out. I was really happy with it. I was really impressed, you know. And yeah, it's one of those case worthies that's already up in a case as we speak. You know, I haven't posted anything on Instagram or anything like that, because when I do videos, I don't usually post up pictures of my videos before the video comes out. That's just me. Just I want people to watch the video and see it before I actually post pictures of it. You know, I do my best to come up with new ideas, you know, so we're not having the same ideas. I'm going to end up doing a monster truck build, and no, it's not for my monster truck challenge that I got coming up in July. It's just something I'm wanting to do. You know, as you see here, I got 3 different colors. I got the white, the pearl blue, and a pearl black. Because I wanted to give it that older style look. And, you know, I know some trucks came like this, two-toned, with the fenders a certain color. And I was really happy with the way the fenders turned out. They didn't do what normally would happen with a bunch of overspray, or didn't have the lines right, or anything like that. I didn't put a lot of decals on it. You know, the ones I'm putting on, it's just my standard caliber 50 customs, you know, word logo. And what I mean by word logo, it's the one that says caliber 50 customs. It's not the one with the star. That's my actual main logo. And this was fun. You know, I didn't put a lot, like I said. And I just wanted it to be simple, you know. I ended up putting one on each side of the truck. I ended up putting a decal on the tailgate, and then I put some decals on the hood, but I didn't show the ones on the hood because I didn't want to just throw it out there at one time, you know. Because normally I don't, lately I haven't been really showing the paint versions on my channels. I've been just kind of going from the last part of the build straight to, you know, the before and after. You know, I didn't really show paint or what I did or how I did it or anything like that. Certain cars I do, depending on what I'm doing for them. And I'm adjusting my camera during this, you know, because I'm wanting to try to get a close-up of the decals so you guys can see them really clear. And, you know, did the best I could. You know, they lined up perfectly. I like how they lined up. They were even on each side. You know, they weren't, you know, cockeyed, or they weren't, you know, off-centered where I was wanting to put them. And right now, here I am putting the, excuse me, I'm about to lose my voice, it sounds like. I'm putting the word Chevrolet. So, what we're going to do is, me and Kuda has a 2-in-1 tow truck challenge due June 1st. It's an open invite. Build rules. You can use any castings, any 2 castings, I'm sorry, and they can be incorporated in any way as long as they become one vehicle. You know, you can use 3D printed parts, you can use custom parts, you can use even random parts. And these are 2 examples of what I mean by a tow truck build. And I'm sorry to tell you this, but haulers are not part of the build. You cannot do a hauler. That is the one thing that's not allowed. Because I don't consider them as a tow truck. They're haulers. But this is what we started off with. Love the casting. Love the style truck. Everything about it I like. So, you know, I just wanted to do something simple. Basic wheel swap paint job, and that's what I did. You know. But, without further ado, let's check it out. And I'll see you next time at the range.